Hi, sorry, it's taken me a few minutes to sort everything out. It seems that my phone app was too old and didn't have live video on it. How ridiculous. But hi, I'm Sarah Larkin, and I just wanted to come to you today with a couple of very, very simple techniques, which I've found in the past are brilliant for people who have anxiety or stress, or generally feeling a bit nervous about life. Now, I know from talking to some people in the last few days that quite a few people suffer from anxiety and panic attacks. And please don't think that I'm making light of it at all. I can understand that it can be an absolutely crippling thing. And I'm not saying that these techniques will cure it or will get rid of it, but they may just help a little bit. My background, if you saw my video yesterday, was that, hi Leslie, was that I was a cabaret singer in the UK, and in my later life I led community choirs, and I found that both of these techniques, hi Sarah, both of these techniques were brilliant for letting people just calm themselves before they sing. And the knock-on effect is that they allow you to just take a bit of control back into your life when you're at a time when you're thinking you have no control at all. So what I'm going to do, hi Diane, wow, live, this is amazing. What I'm going to do is just talk you through two very, very simple techniques. And as I say, if you're in a choir or if you've been in one of my choirs, you certainly will recognise one of them. And that's just to breathe. And I know that's a very easy thing to say, but certainly from a performance point of view, when you're nervous about singing, the first thing that happens is everything around here, let me just show you, everything around here tenses up. And your shoulders tend to come, it's a defense mechanism, it's like doing this. And that is absolutely the worst thing that you can do if you're going to be singing, because you need all of this to be open and loose and to allow the sound out. So the simplest thing to do is to take as big a breath in as you can and then release it in a controlled way. Now, this will change every time you do it. And the first time you do it, I'm feeling a bit nervous today, being live, so I won't be able to do it very long, but I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you two different ways of doing this, so that if you happen to be in a crowded area where there are people around you, particularly people standing next to you, they won't know you're doing it. But first of all, I'm going to show you a way of doing it so that it really, really allows you to take control of your breath. So you take as big a breath in as you can, trying to relax the shoulders, and imagining that there's a piece of string coming out the top of your head and someone's just pulling that string up. So you're kind of lengthening all through the back, all through to the crown of the head. So you relax your shoulders, you just allow your head to float, take a big breath in, and then just blow all of the air out. And I mean all of it. Keep going until you can't blow any more air out. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you concertina up. So it goes like this. Now, I know that looks totally silly. Hi, Kim. Hi, Karadek. That looks totally silly, but we very, very rarely breathe out all of the air that's in our lungs. In fact, I'm not even sure that it's possible to breathe all of the air out. But we only very shallowly breathe. And so if you then try to blow all of the air out and all of the air out and keep going, you can actually go a lot longer than you think. Now, the easiest way of doing this to make it obvious is to make a sound like I was doing at the end there. When I do this with my choirs, we do it either as a whistle, as a hum, or what I prefer is a hiss. So imagine you're a snake, or imagine that the air's coming out of a tyre. Now, the most important thing to do is to try and make the sound, whatever sound you're doing, as steady as possible. So if it sounds like this, then just try and concentrate on making it one long, steady sound. Hi, Mark. Hi, Paul. The more you concentrate on the quality of that hiss, the less you're worrying about the breath and the less you're worrying about anything else that's going on in your life or your body. Okay, so this time I'm going to do it as a hiss. You can do it as a whistle, you can do it as a hum, but make a noise. Do it with me if you'd like to, but remember, we're all different. So I may be able to go longer than you, you may be able to go longer than me. I know when Mark was in my choir, he was able to do this a lot longer than I was. So hi, Paul. So everybody that's watching, that's great. I can't believe I've got people watching me live, especially as some of you are in a completely different part of the world. It's amazing. So do it with me, but don't worry if you stop before I do, or don't worry if you can go a lot longer than I can, because we're all different. So relax the shoulders, try and relax everything here, elongate the neck, take a massive breath in, and then make whatever sound you're going to be making. So take a breath in, and then hiss whatever you're doing. So as you're doing that, keep doing that. Just keep concentrating on making that sound, whatever sound it is you're making, as steady and continuous as possible, and keep going and keep going and keep going. Hi, Karadek. Yeah, I can give you all the hints. Keep going for as long as you can, and wherever you can make a sound, you have air in your lungs. Okay, that's the thing to concentrate on. If you can keep making that sound, there is still air in here. Hi, Sarah. Yes, it is very surreal. I know. I'm really enjoying this. We ought to do this more often. So keep going, keep going. Now, I'm presuming that some of you stopped. That's fine. Hi, Dave. What I want you to realise about this is that it's a relaxation technique, but it's also beneficial to the body, because when you get right to the end of that breath, so that you can't make any more sound, your body will automatically breathe in. Because, hi Chris, it can't do anything else. It has no air, and therefore it will breathe for you. And that breath will be so much bigger than the one you started with. Okay. So the technique for doing this is to, hi Sarah, oh my goodness, I haven't been in touch with Sarah for years. We were in a show way back when we were kids. Hi. The technique for doing this, as I say, is to do it several times. Hi Angie. The first time you do it, you may not be able to keep that note going for very long. That's totally okay. We're all the same. Particularly if we've been sitting and not really doing any kind of exercise. All those muscles that are in between the ribs all kind of stiffen up, like your legs do when you sit on a long journey, and it takes a while to get them going, and it's exactly the same with the breathing. So do it once, and if you want to, even just make a note of how long you do it. Time yourself. When you do it the second time, oh, thanks, Sarah. Hi, Lydia. Oh, my goodness. Lydia used to be in one of my choirs in the UK. Oh, nice to see you. So the first time you do it, don't worry if you can't do it very long. The second time you do it, try and beat the length of time. Hi, Diane. Try and beat the length of time you did the first one. And if you can do it maybe 3 or 4 times in a row, the whole point of this is that you are taking your mind away from what's going on inside and taking it to something outside, which is the sound that you're producing. So the more you concentrate on getting the sound right, the body automatically starts to relax. And so this is something that I regularly do. I did it just before work because I was panicking with not getting the technology going. I panicked a bit, but I did it just, and it's when people say, and breathe, it's exactly that. But try and get rid of all the breath. Okay, hopefully that's explained that one. The way that I was going to suggest, if you want to do that, hi Val, if you want to do that when you are amongst people and you don't want anybody to know that you're doing it, the simple thing is to do it, but don't make a sound. So you have the same concentration, you're trying to keep the breath out constant and steady, but you just don't make any sound. And nobody will know you're doing it. You just take a big breath in. Simple. You won't be able to do it quite as long because to make it's the technicalities of how you make sound. But if you just breathe like that and just let the air out, keep it steady, you won't be able to do it as long, but it still has the same effect. And you can do it in the middle of a crowded room and nobody will know. Second thing, I learned this at drama school years ago in London, and it was used as a relaxation technique, but it's exactly the same process in that you're taking the concentration away from the body, outside of the body, to your arms. Now, I've never done Tai Chi, but I believe this is a Tai Chi move, so you may recognize it. Basically what you do is I'm going to sit back a little bit, you put your arms out in front of you, and as you breathe in, you raise your arms up, and as you breathe out, you lower them. But rather than being zombie-like and doing the we are not worthy bow, you lead from your wrists. So to show you from the side, you go up like this, and then you go down like this. Now, the first few times you do it, you take big breaths and you move your arms a lot. So you go, hi Liz. So that's the first few times. But what I want you to do is, as you do it, you can do this with your eyes closed as well because it helps you to concentrate. As you raise your arms up and breathe in, I want you to concentrate on making the movement as fluid as possible. Okay, that's what you're concentrating on. Forget the breath. Just concentrate on the arms and particularly the hands. Make the movement up and down as fluid as possible. Now, I find that quite hard. I find it easy to go up, but there seems to be a bit of a sticky point on the way down. But if you do that several times, what will happen? Hi, Paul. What will happen is the first few breaths. Oh, that's all right. Hi, Graham. Oh my goodness, this is so bizarre. I'm going to do more of these. This is just brilliant. So the first few breaths that you take, your arms will go very high and you'll take big breaths and your arms will go very low and you breathe in and out quite a lot. But if you concentrate on your hands and your arms and making them as fluid as possible, what happens is that eventually you control your breathing so that you actually start to relax, you calm, and your arms will end up doing this. And your breath will be doing the same. And it's exactly the same as the previous exercise in that what you're doing is you're externalizing the breath. So you may be panicking, you may be worried, you may be stressed, and you may be, which is, that's what happens to all of us when we're nervous. But if you can externalize the breath and concentrate on something outside of the breathing, so making a sound or concentrating on your hands, what you're basically doing is you're allowing your body to just take away some of that tension and relax. I did both these techniques at drama school and they were taught to everybody, particularly when you're using your voice for singing or for acting, because, the more tense and the more you are, how can you project your voice? How? But it fits for everybody. Now, as I said at the start, I'm not trying to make light of people who have anxiety attacks and panic attacks, and because I know that can be crippling. But by having a go at doing those two things, it may just alleviate the symptoms a little bit. If you can catch it early enough when you're starting to feel really nervous about something or anxious, it might just keep the panic attack at bay a little bit. But at the end of the day, it can't harm because it's just doing something we naturally do anyway, which is breathing. So hopefully that has been of use to everybody. It's been amazing to do a live broadcast and see people hopping on, and especially because quite a few of you are over in the UK. How amazing is that? And Dave in Canada. I've really enjoyed this. I'm going to do more of these. If you've got any comments or any questions, then just pop them below. I will get to see them. This is the amazing system that Facebook's set up, so you can actually see what's going on. Thank you for watching, and I do hope that that's helped some of you in some capacity. I'm going to sign off now, but oh, thanks, Graham's saying well done. Thank you. I'm going to do some more of these because I'm finding them really great, and it's so lovely to contact everybody. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to sign off now, and if you've got any comments, then just put them below. Bye.